Ice on our rivers and creeks breaking up and, in cases, jamming up, creating flooding risks. And yesterday's rainfall is not helping. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Rice.
And I'm Christine Sorensen. Tonight we have team coverage. Chris Hoffman's in Emlenton, where people are on high alert for that rising water.
Ross Guidotti is looking into concerns about the jams moving downriver.
But we begin with First Alert meteorologist Ray Petland. So, Ray, not only do we have potential flooding to worry about, but snow on the way, too.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything as we snap back into winter here over the next couple of days. Right now, the biggest concerns are the flash flood warnings that we have on the Allegheny River. We have one for Armstrong and Clarion counties as you get up here. This runs until we get to 5:30. And then on the northern part of this, looking towards Emlenton, almost down to Parker, you have one until 7 o'clock this evening. That one is observed. So someone, a storm spotter, did see that water overspilling the bank. So you want to probably avoid those areas that are adjacent to the river there. Flood watches remain in effect for those northern counties until tomorrow morning. That said, we have, in addition to the flash flood warnings and flood watches, some colder air that wants to move in for the weekend. We're not going to feel that immediately, but we are seeing some gusty winds that are trying to blow that colder air in. So wind gusts in the last couple minutes have been about 46 miles per hour, 51 in Latrobe. Last hour, Pittsburgh did have a 51 mile per hour wind gust as well. So it's been awfully gusty, and those gusts continue back into Ohio, but you can see the cold air that's starting to take over with those gusts. 39 is the current temperature in Youngstown, 36 in Akron. We're still hanging out in the 50s, but our temperatures will drop down here into the coming hours as well, and we will have a colder weekend and a windy evening to go with it. Clear skies right now. We will mix in some clouds as the night continues. Temperatures falling down to the lower 30s and only making it to the mid 40s tomorrow, but it gets even colder on Sunday, and that sets us up for some snow, where we already have winter storm watches in play for the ridges off to the east for 1 o'clock Sunday morning until 1 o'clock Tuesday morning. We'll time that snow in and how much snow you can expect even in Pittsburgh, where there's no watch just yet, coming up.
Well, that ice on the Allegheny River is causing big issues in parts of Butler, Clarion, and Venango counties.
Ice jams causing flooding in many communities in that area. Chris Hoffman is live in Venango County with what they're seeing in the Emlenton area. Chris.
Ken and Christine, this is the Allegheny River behind me, and it is a standstill. And the longer this ice is here, the more water is coming up. Just take a look at these posts underneath this deck. When we got here, you could still see the grass underneath because the water should still be an area like 30 yards out there. But now it's under a few inches of water, so it has been slowly creeping up through the day, and that's starting to cause issues the longer this lasts. After ice broke from Oil City yesterday, it created a mess downriver in Emlenton. Brady Louise has a house around the river.
It's usually out there quite a ways, but now it's a little too close for comfort.
He says between 2:30 and 5 Friday morning, the river came out of its banks and right up to the base of his home. It normally sits about 7 to 8 feet at its deepest point.
It is definitely has tripled, yeah. And I was hopeful that'd be enough, it'd be more like a slush or a slurry and move on out. But there was just so much that it jammed.
Downriver close to Foxburg, campers were underwater as ice started to move before jamming up again. Matthew Drewer has 6 rentals along the stretch. He's hoping the water doesn't come up much higher.
We woke up this morning to work and a little bit of anxiety.
While there were some gaps in the jam closer to Foxburg, ice didn't move too much during the day. It's not uncommon for the river to ice over in the area, but according to people living here, it's been nearly half a century since a jam quite like this.
In '77, the water came up and you had big hunks of ice that came onto the street, like pickup truck sized pieces of ice were out on the street.
At this point, it's in Mother Nature's hands as to when this jam will break.
If it gets much worse than this, of course, we have much bigger problems, and, we'll deal with them in stride.
Yeah, now to put in perspective of where the river should be, you see that bridge pier? That's where the edge of the river kind of should normally be. So you can see how much ice is still on the Allegheny at this point. Now, some parts of River Avenue here in Emlenton have been closed up as water is starting to creep up and even get into the road in some spots. The fire department here is asking people to avoid coming down here and just kind of, taking pictures of it, because if for whatever reason something were to happen and they need to evacuate people that live down closer to the water, they don't want a bunch of traffic to get in the way of any evacuation process. So as this ice continues to gum up the water, we'll keep you posted, and once it does start flowing, we'll keep you posted on that as well. Live in Emlenton, Venango County, Chris Hoffman, KDKA-TV News.
Well, all eyes right now are on the upper part of the Allegheny. It's only a matter of time before all that ice floats downstream. Some larger chunks could make it all the way down to the point. Ross Guidotti explains what that could mean for those who have property along the river.
There is still a lot of ice on our river. It's just not very big anymore, as a matter of fact, about the size of the typical chunk you might see floating down the river. But up north, there is a lot of ice building up. If and when it lets go, it could potentially cause some problems for those living downstream. Mary Rena has called her apartment along the Allegheny River home for some time. How long have you been living along the river here?
20 years.
And with the warm temperatures, she says she's keeping an eye out for passing river icebergs.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of dock pieces float by. Yeah, and boats attached to those dock pieces.
Erring on the side of caution, Mary pulled her kayaks and other boats onto dry land, but many other vessels remain moored in their slips nearby. And given the amount of ice hung up, the National Weather Service's Alicia Miller says those who own boats need to be ready to move them if things like the ice chunks all of a sudden start to head south.
If you have any interests, anything along the river that you would be concerned about, I would pull it back.
Beyond that, the threat of flooding behind these ice masses is of equal concern. These plates of ice are gigantic, and they act as temporary dams, and you just can't go break them up with sledgehammers.
They are very large, and they will start to break up as they go over some of the dams, but even so, they're very large and very heavy. You're not going to be able to move them yourself without large equipment.
Also, if you are living near the river or on it, given how fast these floods can occur, officials say pay attention to any flood warnings and be prepared to move out quickly. Along the Allegheny River, Ross Guidotti, KDKA-TV News.